Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Cottage. I am Connie and today's video is on the collar braid. I saw this first on TikTok, and if I can find the channel where I saw it, I will definitely link it in the description. And then one of our ladies posted it in our Facebook group, and I didn't know if anybody would want a tutorial on it. They said yes please, so here we are. So it's basically a new take on our loop chain, and you just make a collar to go on each one of your loops. Now your lengths for these are going to be determined by the size of ribbon that you use. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways, and let's make some braids. Okay, for our first set we are going to make our base loops with 2-inch satin luster, and then we're going to make the collar with our navy and silver Dollar Tree ribbon. This is a satin with a little bit of silver in there. So I am going to show you a couple of different ways, well, a couple of different lengths, and then so that'll show you how long you need to make your collar. So we're going to do 6 inches on all of our base ribbons. And that's not working well enough. We'll get 4 of these cut out. And then just do them like you would your regular loops. Okay, I have 10 loops because we're going to spell out homecoming. And now I'm going to take my collar ribbon and I'm going to cut a couple at 7 inches, and then I'm going to cut a couple at 8 inches and show you the difference. It's all going to be personal preference because it's going to stick out from your loops farther the longer you make your collar. So all you do is run it through your loop, and then bring them together at a 45-degree angle, just like that. I'm gonna put a staple in there real quick, and then you lay it out on top, just a determined amount. Y'all, you can either use the edge right here if you want to be, you know, anal and get them absolutely exactly the same. Line up the pointed edge with this ribbon with the top of your loops and just center it as best as you can and throw a staple in there. All right, this is a 6-inch collar and it just hangs down. All right, and here is an 8-inch. Same thing through the inside of a loop. Let me put a small staple right there, and then I'm going to line up where this ribbon comes to a point. And it's just a wider, longer collar. They don't look much different this way, but they do look different with an acetate. Let me pull out this. So this is an 8-inch piece of acetate. Line that up with the top, however high or low you want to go. Keep in mind that you're going to be putting letters on this, so make sure you leave enough space for the lettering, and throw in a staple. This is a 6-inch satin. This is an 8-inch acetate. Let's try one more. Let's do a 6-inch on this. pulling out of my scrap bin, y'all. Nope, not 6 inch, 7 inch. This is not going to stay the way it is, guys, because I don't need to use these on this. I'm trying to make my braid videos with items that I'm going to put on mums. All right, here is the 6 inch. And I said 6 inch again. It is a 7 inch. And here is the 8 inch. It leaves about the same amount here. It just goes down farther in the loop. So in my opinion, go with the 6 inch. You're not getting much more on the outside. 7 inch. Here is the difference on the 7 and the 8 inch. That is a little bit of a waste of ribbon right there. There's an inch you could have used somewhere else. So go with the 7 inch, whether you use acetate or your regular ribbon. Okay, I finished with all of my loops, and I'm always going to measure out 36 inches for my base ribbon, and then I will adjust it to the mum I'm putting it on. I'm going to go ahead and V-cut the bottom. And then I'm going to alternate these. Y'all, make sure your V-cut's nice and straight. And we're going to attach these exactly the way that we would attach a regular loop chain. So I think I'm going to make these every 2 inches. So let me go ahead and get one staple down here, and then we will line them up. And I'm going to put a staple on each side. Make sure these are lined up with the side of your base ribbon. And then lay these out on one of your marks. You got to get y'all a mat, I'm telling you. And then lay the top of your next one on the 2 inch mark. It's covering our staples. Make sure you're on a mark again. Lay it out. Staple as high up as you can on these. Makes it easier to cover the staples with your next loop. All right, let me finish this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done with this one. Now I'm going to pull out my 1 5/16 or my number 9 ribbon. And this is going to make a smaller loop. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it at 36 inches. And then I will cut my homecoming loops, my base loops at 6 inches again, and then we'll come back and cut some diamond dust and see what size works best with this size of loop, because it is skinnier than the one that we just made. Okay, I'm gonna use my 5/8 inch or number 9 diamond dust, and I've cut it at 7 inches. Now let's see what this looks like. And I think it's gonna be a little too wide, or it's gonna be perfect. I love how that looks. Let's do that. Actually, I'm gonna cut one a little bit smaller and let's see the difference. Because you don't wanna waste this diamond dust. This stuff is expensive. This is loose and this is not. I'm gonna go with the 6 inches. So we are going to save this one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut an inch off and staple it right back on. Make sure I get it right. And then if you want to, I wouldn't go up as high on this one, but you can line them up and make sure, lay one on top of the other and make sure that it's laying correctly before you throw a staple in, so you know they're down on your loops the same. So let me go ahead and cut the rest of these and get them attached. We'll put them on the base ribbon and I'll show you the finished looks. Okay, let's compare. This is the very first one I did. We have 6-inch loops, 7-inch collars. I love the green diamond on this one. And this one is the first one I did on this video. 6-inch loop, 7-inch collars, and alternating. These are the smaller width loops, but they're still 6 inches with 7-inch collars. Look how pretty that is, even from the side. And when I was making this one, I kept losing the inside loop while I was trying to put them on there, but then I looked and it looked super cute whenever it was up higher. So the very top of this loop is right here, and instead of stapling it, I just put a touch of hot glue and let this hang down longer. And this is with a 7-inch loop, and this is with a 6-inch loop. So I did 6-inch loops on these. But look at how much more length you have on here. These would be perfect for 2023, perfect on just a small, maybe on a 3D mum backer coming out of the mum head, like Hyla showed us. Would be great to put jersey numbers or things like that. So y'all play with these. Don't learn how to do them and then play with them and put your own spin on them. All right, y'all, that is it. That is the collar chain. I'm gonna call it a chain because it's a loop chain. And we put a collar on it, so it's a collar chain. And they turn out super cute. They add something extra to just a plain loop chain. We're not doubling our ribbons. We're not using an excess amount of ribbons. But it adds a lot when you're looking down on it. I love this one. Of course, diamond dust always makes everything perfect. And then this one, like I said, y'all, play around with them, make them your own. Make them your own. That's what this is all about. All right, y'all, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Click the bell so you're notified every time that I upload or that I go live. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I will see y'all very soon. Bye.